Time's up. Let's do this.
Very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Babael, and with me is Katips. We're bringing you the BlizzCon Community Qualifier. This is going to be the quarterfinals, and effectively, it's going to be pretty exciting because only 2 out of this 8 participants will go through to represent Singapore's flag at the Americas Tournament. And of course, we have been casting the whole day, so we're excited. We know a little bit more about all of these players. And their decks and the way they play the game. Really excited to be here and stuff like that. So yeah, all right, Katips, are we ready?
We are ready. I just need to get into the screen of bj0rN, and then we can start them off. I believe we lost the stream also just now.
Probably because of some lightning in the background, but
okay, but yeah, we are gonna see PoPo versus bj0rN. bj0rN, we've wanted to see pretty much all tournament, but he was matching up against guys we've already seen on stream, and we wanted to get a lot of exposure. So right now is probably the best time to catch him on stream. He's playing PoPo, which we haven't seen on stream yet. And yes, as he said, this is the top 8, and quite exciting from here on out. Lots of killers in the bracket still, and we are looking for just 2 people out of the 8, as he said.
yeah.
So should be quite exciting.
bj0rN versus PoPo. It's gonna be the Druid from bj0rN versus the Rogue from PoPo. No shenanigans from the Druid. I don't think so. I don't think I'm expecting any Hunter yet. So it's standard Miracle Rogue, I think, versus Druid. Druid, pretty much effective, I think, with the shade. We still haven't really seen a really big shade yet, and I really want to see that.
Yeah, definitely. So we've seen, maybe I think the biggest we've seen so far is a 5-5. I mean, not gonna force it, but we just want to see 7-7. Okay. So we don't really you know, if the play is good that it needs to come out, then why not? But we're just excited to see it grow as big as it can be.
Oh yeah, always excited for stuff to grow.
Yes.
Right, so gonna reposition the board a little bit. There we go. PoPo gonna be on the top half of this board as the Rogue. Druid gonna be played by bj0rN from Team Mana Surge, which is so far the leading team in Singapore. Of course, there are some moments where they just disgrace themselves, but still they're doing pretty well. Pretty consistent, the team. And Power of the Wild effectively going to spawn at 3-2 already early. He doesn't have any minions. That's scary for bj0rN. Only spells in hand there. PoPo on the flip side. No Gadget Sun, but we do see Sap, we do see Preparation. There's no Conceal. Blood Mage knows not what he wants. There's Shift. I'm thinking he's going to shift the face for 1 cut draw. That would be the play for me.
Yep. Just want to draw in your combo as fast as possible, generally as a Miracle Rogue. And like you said, bj0rN's hand is a little worrisome. He doesn't have any minions. He doesn't have his early minions. He doesn't have Violet Teacher. He has a Power of the Wild that's going nowhere. So at the moment, I think his best bet is maybe to just Wrath that for now.
I think it's okay to Wrath that. It's not that big of an issue. It still gives him 1 card draw. It's still pretty okay. It's still pretty good. So yeah, I mean, I'm pretty excited to see what is gonna go down here. But no one has bought lead so far. So who do you think has the advantage? It's not clear.
It's not clear. PoPo with nothing, bj0rN with nothing, pretty much. They have answers for each other's drops, but at the moment, nothing quite yet.
Yeah, nothing quite yet, indeed.
Despite Valera saying so many options, there are actually very few options.
Yeah, you're right. There are not much option here for bj0rN, and the Echoing Ooze is a pretty interesting play. I think he's going for that here.
Yep,
it's
definitely.
A little bit laggy for bj0rN.
Yeah. So Echoing Ooze with Power of the Wild is going to give you 2 3/2s. Sorry, 2 2/3s. So that's pretty good. Yep, I like that.
Yep, good stuff. I will try and switch around the view for next game so that it's not so laggy. Apparently bj0rN has got, I know, a lot of things in the background.
He should stop his torrents, I think.
Yeah, I think he is just doing too much.
Yep, and also while we have a slight bit of lull, we also want to invite people to watch tomorrow's Indonesian qualifiers. We were supposed to run it last Sunday, but thanks to the Lizard Squad, nobody was getting much game time last weekend. So yeah, we moved that to tomorrow. Yeah, hopefully you guys check it out.
All right, sorry for that. So the sites have not changed yet. We'll do that for next game, but we've set up all the preparation for that already. So Beyond still on the right side, and effectively what happened there was just simple dagger, daily poison, took out the ooze, and play a 4-6 by Beyond. That's about it. Now it's back to PoPo's turn.
Yep. So Spectral Knight, one of my new favorite cards. Really tough to deal with. You can't, and very few classes have consistent sweepers. So I mean, it's really hard to get rid of him, is what I'm saying. Especially you can't target him with any of the spells, and 6 health is a lot to deal with for a sweeper. So PoPo just gonna go for the card draw, Shiv, free Shiv for 2 cards, not bad at all. I think his dagger is worth using on the 2/3, just to not let it get out of hand.
Yeah, definitely. You want to kill the 2/3 right now. I think it's okay. You don't really have to kill it right now. You still can wait for Blade Flurry to come out before you do a bit of a sweeping thing. But we'll wait. We'll wait and see. I think that he still don't really have synergy in his hand there. There is not much that he could do here. Effectively, Gadget's on preparation shift. That's about it. No conceal. No way he could actually keep Gadget's unsafe. It effectively is going to get silenced next turn, or might just die to the 4/6 there.
He can do a Wrath and Hero Power. I think he can take the damage just to keep his Spectral Knight nice and healthy. What do you think?
Actually gonna play Lower Thap. I actually like Lower Thap. I like Lower Thap and 4/6 running into the 4/4.
Okay.
I think that okay,
That's
this is
safe
not
enough.
only because I have got vision of what PoPo has, but because
Right.
Rogue, they're just so spell reliant that if Lower Thap comes out, there is just the projection that there's nothing they could do. They cannot really play anything before Ice Agent, and see, there we go, prep again. What's he gonna do right now? There's nothing at all, no value. Leroy, no way. Are we gonna dagger up? Maybe. Are we gonna play naked SI Agent? That's about it. But like I said, there is no real play here for the Rogue without the with Lower Thap there. It's
Yeah.
just gonna deny almost everything.
So really nice. I agree with you. Totally nice timing on Loetheb. And no spells are gonna get so much. I mean, it's not gonna have a lot of value for it to play anything, pretty much spell wise. And I guess PoPo just has to dagger up and let's see. Does he have any minion plays? I don't think he has any minion plays.
No, I don't think so. He does have, like I said, SI Agent or Leroy Jenkins, but both of those cards are really not what you want to do right now. So there is no backstab coming out from SI Agent that could actually address the 4/2, so just dagger up and end turn. That's a pretty simple decision for him because there's nothing much he could do there. So that's a very good timing on Lower Thap. But can Beyond extend his lead using that? That's the question I have. There is Savage Roar. So 9 plus, okay, it's not going to be enough apparently. 6 is only
Echoing
gonna be
Ooze
15.
needs to come down though. And then
Yeah.
Hero Power. I think that's the safest.
Exactly. Echoing Ooze, Hero Power, deal some damage. Yeah, next turn he will have Lethal. If the same thing goes on for PoPo.
Yep. So
He's gonna
PoPo
do
needs to
heroes.
realize that, Bjorn is running a token deck that's definitely probably running 2 Savage Roars. So if he is definitely within range right now. He doesn't even need Force of Nature, and PoPo needs to cast a Blade Flurry or try and clear some of these minions. He is definitely within range now.
Definitely. So needs to be very careful here.
Yeah. He has to
And-
clear out as many of these as possible. Is it
Yep.
possible with his hand right now?
PoPo? No, unfortunately he's got 2 sap preparation. He can sap for free, but still no cut draw mechanic. No, they don't really have the bot clear, no Blade Flurry, and that is the problem. He's got daily poison, but he's got no draw mechanic, so there's no way he can try and dig for the Blade Flurry. And effectively, I think he could try and kill the 4/2, but there's so many minions there that Savage Roar is just gonna be a big deal. He doesn't want to sap Lower Thap because Lower Thap, if it comes back down, is really just gonna waste another turn. I would say Shift first. Yeah, that's good. So Shift, I'm just gonna draw Edwin Van Cleef, but that's about it. No Blade Flurry. Blade Flurry would have been the solution here, but he is gonna have to play SI Agent to kill the 4/2, and effectively he's also gonna use Coin. It's down to 3 mana after Coin.
That's still lethal though on the board.
Yes, he needs to. Oh, okay. He's gonna do preparation. Sap Lower Thap. He doesn't have a choice but that. And he's also gonna have to sap the 2/4, but he doesn't have. Okay, he has mana for that. He's gonna play Edwin Van Cleef. Wow, gonna put some threats out on the board.
I
with
believe
the
that's still.
12.
I believe that's still lethal though.
Is it? 3 health,
Oh no
3
no.
damage. Oh, but a top deck swipe though. 2, 4,
Yep.
6, 12, 4, 10, 13 damage, ladies and gentlemen.
That's it.
Without hero power, it's enough. No mana for hero power. Just swipe for 4 and 3 on the board. That's 7 plus 6. Oh man, that's a lot. Okay, that's enough. So Beyond will win the first game.
Yeah. So this is a best of 5. Just want to remind the viewers. So PoPo has 2 more chances to come back. And it has happened in the past qualifiers. We have seen comebacks from nothing. So yep.
So, yeah.
So we're going to go into the next game. PoPo has a bunch of choices left. He has Hunter and Warlock left. Oh, okay. So PoPo is playing the full house.
The full
pretty
cancer.
much.
The full
Rogue,
cancer
Hunter, and
PoPo.
Warlock.
It's no surprise that he managed to get so far. I've also switched the sites already, so guys, do not get confused. PoPo now is on the bottom board because his view is not so laggy. I know it's, Beyond's view is not really laggy if you compare it to Thai, the Philippines, or anyone else, but we just want to have the maximum stream experience here, so that's why PoPo is our choice of candidate going in, and we're just going to show you here. So PoPo again now going to be on the bottom board. He is playing as the Hunter, and Beyond is the same Malfurion. May not be exactly the same deck, but it does look like it's the same deck.
Yep. Ooze definitely. Ooh, nice combo with
Shadow Sun.
Shattered Sun, exactly. Yeah.
But he needs to wait till turn 4 to do that, and that means he cannot coin out the Ooze here.
That's right.
Okay, he's still gonna coin out the Ooze, which means Ooze is not gonna have that much of a value. 1, 2, 1, 2 times 2.
But that's enough to stop. I think he just wants some board presence just to stop the early minions from Hunter. And the 1-2 is the perfect thing to stop them. 2 of them especially.
Yeah,
So-
well, the thing here is that he needs to make sure he clears the board of any beast by turn 4. Because Hunter, the way to beat Hunter is very simple. They want to play Houndmaster by turn 4. You kill everything on the board, make sure there's no beast there. You know that they have the UTH combo, you don't overplay the minion on turn 5. So, yeah, these are just some of the milestone turns that, happens. So here he can effectively go for face, and next turn he can kill the Spectral, the Haunted Creeper, and here comes the Tundra Rhino for PoPo. Isn't the stream a lot smoother right now? It's like no lag, I really like this. PoPo should have good internet.
So PoPo just gonna go for face, steal what damage that he can, and then let's see.
Oh,
yeah,
Violet Teacher.
not many options. Okay, Violet Teacher, pretty good.
Fantastic. So here, Shadow Sun Cleric for sure. We're gonna kill the Haunted Creeper with the 2/3, and we're gonna run a 1/2 into one of those 2 spiders there. It's not a big deal because Haunted Creeper can get buffed up by the Houndmaster, and if it gets buffed up by Houndmaster, it may not be good. So by the way, in the previous game, it was Beyond that won, right?
Yep, that's right.
It seems like the score is not correct, so we are going to flip that over, and there we go. So Beyond is 1 and PoPo is 0. My bad, because I switched the sides and I didn't realize, but still it's okay. 1-2 is gonna kill the 1-1, and now PoPo will not have a beast there for Houndmaster to work with, and this is so frustrating because it doesn't really have a good turn 4 play.
Yep. So, and you pointed out something nice earlier. Getting rid of the Haunted Creeper first and popping up the Spectral Spiders is not going to give Houndmaster a target. So even if he did have it, he couldn't play it this turn.
Well, he's gonna blow the UTH right now.
Wow.
Wow,
Really?
which means that he can deal 4 damage, can kill the 2/2 and the 3/2, but the 1/1 will stay alive. And he's gonna trade his whole board for that. I don't like this because I know what's gonna come for next turn for Beyond. And I know that is gonna be the Violet Teacher. And from henceforth, you're gonna have a lot lesser value because 1 UTH gone, there's, what are the chances of having a second UTH? It's not as high. Violet Teacher there would be absolute value, but of course, you can always top deck the UTH. Who am I kidding, right? These players are crazy, especially now PoPo on the bottom board. I don't know, maybe if PoPo wins this series through a comeback, we know that the bottom board is so jinxed.
That's right. People have been losing on the bottom board all day. Yeah, so that's gonna leave the last ooze at 1-1. Violet Teacher definitely coming soon. And PoPo now has to start thinking about that. Every spell from here on out with a nice Wrath in the hand of Bjorn.
Hunter's Mark top deck.
Oh gosh. So
Here,
bottom board, luck, and top decks have been the theme for today, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty simple. He can play Tundra Rhino, and
Yep.
he can Hunter's Mark the Violet Teacher just to kill it off. He could also play Tundra Rhino and then knock off the 1/1. Next turn, play Deadly Shot. But by then, next turn, it will not only be the Violet Teacher there. Oh, he's gonna kill the Ooze. Okay, that's fine. And gonna end the turn. The Violet Teacher will have one turn to make as much magic happen as possible. With Wrath, that's only gonna be 1 minion. And a Force of Nature comes out here. Okay.
So Force of Nature, half of the combo now in the hand of Bjorn. Wrath with Hero Power. Yep. Well, he can Wrath now. Yeah.
Yeah. Wrath for the card, Hero Power. I think he's thinking if he should Wrath here for the card because, you know, you can save Wrath for a lot of different things. You know, like Houndmaster 4/3 hiding behind a taunt. Always easy to Wrath him as compared to Hero Power. The only difference is that you don't draw a card. Right now, he doesn't really have a card deficit problem. He does have, you know, a good lead, and he has also got Ancient Law to have him draw a card. So I don't really think that the Wrath there was absolutely necessary. It just helped him put out a minion on the board that Harvest Golem is going to be so hard to deal with. And we'll see. So kill command here directly, just killing the Violet Teacher. And PoPo is just really running out of luck. Double Houndmaster, but no beast to deal with.
Yeah. So crucial removing those beasts in the early game, as you said.
Crucial.
Never leave beasts alive on the side of Hunter, especially when you start hitting turn 4.
That Violet Teacher really is just a huge target board because we all can see Beyond's hand. He doesn't have, you know, big spells that can combo off with that. No Savage Roar whatsoever, but still PoPo is just playing it safe, so I really respect that. Here, Freezing Trap, you need to buy the time. Freezing Trap, if you want a daily shot, you have a 1 in 3 chance for a really good shot. You have a 1 in 3 chance for a really bad shot, and you got a 50-50 for the down the middle. So you got a really good shot. He killed the 4/6, and the Houndmaster are gonna come down completely naked.
Wow, nice RNG on that deadly shot. We haven't, you know, it's been a day of RNG, and it's been working out for the people who are top decking. And right now, deadly shot for PoPo, that was pretty crucial. So Wrath top deck for Bjorn, that's pretty good. That's gonna take out the Houndmaster, exactly like you said. Nice removal for the 4/3.
Yeah, but this Houndmaster came down completely naked, so there's still other ways you could have dealt with this. Probably even Hero Power into that with the Harvest Golem, but he wants to make sure the Harvest Golem stays alive. Personally, playing Ooze is not my favorite, but I don't know if he runs Mark off the Wall. If he runs Mark off the Wall, that would mean that, you know, you don't have 2 big taunts. But generally, I think Beyond is just adapting. He knows that he is in a good spot right now, and PoPo really don't have anything. But here comes the Web Spinner, and this is where things start to change.
So next turn, Bjorn can play Ancient of Lore and try and draw to Savage Roar. He's about 2 to 3 turns away from lethal. Getting there, very close. He just needs to draw into Savage Roar, pretty much.
Here's where everything changed for PoPo because the Houndmaster into the Web Spinner. I don't like the Hero Power. I like the Freezing Trap a little bit better. But of course, he's not going to play that when Ooze is around because Ooze, you know, Battle Cry is like still take play there. And it still means that, you know, he can always just play the Ooze again, and that's going to be 1 extra 1/2 there. So that could be one of the main reasons why he decides for Hero Power instead. But Silence, or maybe even... is he really going to do... Okay, it's just going to do 2 damage, not going to silence that. You know, if you silence that Beyond, that would have been a 1/1.
That's right. I was just
If that was a
thinking
1/1, you could have denied him of the Iron Fur Grizzly, and the same Violet Apprentice would still have taken care of that. So Beyond apparently didn't think about that. So close to going forward.
It's not, I mean, it's not an incorrect play, but it's just not an optimal one. He still does have board control.
You know, because he made that play, we're gonna see a bear right now. The bear is gonna have taunt. It's gonna be just irritating the shit out of him. You know, that he's gonna deal with this 3/3. He could have just ignored that, gone for face, or rather address the high main, but he can't do that right now. So he draws 4 more cards. Power of the Wild, Argent Squire. Pretty good stuff there. Can Power of the Wild, in fact, that's gonna help a lot, right? That gives 1/1.
Yep.
So damage bot will kill the Grizzly Bear.
That's right.
And 3, 4, 5. Everything else will kill the high main if he wants to do that. If not, he can always go for face. He's going to play Argent Squire. And here we go. Innovate into... Wow, full board! Ladies and gentlemen, 7 cards there from Beyond. Everything power of the wall. Everything going... Wow.
Bjorn's all in pretty much. Is there Unleash the Hound? Unleash the Hounds in Popo's hand?
No, but he can't top
Oh.
like that. He already used one. Maybe he's going to get a second one. Let's see. Nope, Oasis Snapjaw it is.
Okay.
I
And
wasn't
that's it, is
feeling
it?
that it's gonna come. Yeah. Freezing Trap can be played here, out of desperation, seeing everything is just like a 2-3 right now. Leroy Jenkins as well. He can trade for the 6-6. But he's got 11 health. Let me think about it. This is gonna be 5, 10. He just needs to make sure that he kills the 6-6 and 2 other minions. Then he should be okay. Am I right? That's
Yeah.
10, 11. No, sorry. He needs to kill the 3 damage minion. It's just gonna concede here. So PoPo down by 2 games and Beyond 1 game away from securing himself into the qualifying match versus
That's right.
whoever wins Silver versus Beyond. So that is that's crazy. In a match between Silver and Beyond. Sorry, but yeah.
Oh, we have our first results. Calling Dash is out.
Calling Dash is out. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Valsef.
Huge upset there.
Huge upset. Valsef was the 8th place in our Swiss rounds.
Yeah, and Calling Dash was like the first place.
Undefeated also. Wow. That's the second upset in this tournament. That's pretty huge.
There's been quite a fair bit of upset in this tournament, but I guess that we just have to keep a cool and calm mind and go on here. Still, there's Beyond versus PoPo. Beyond so close to knocking out PoPo. We'll see. Sludge Belcher, Twilight Drake, Shadow Flame. Again, it's a handlock, and it's interesting to see that Singapore is still clinging onto the handlock concept.
You guys love your
Personally,
warlocks.
maybe it's just the ladder that handlock is not viable. Maybe in competitive play, handlock is still okay, but generally I like to see a lot more zoo deck. But PoPo here is not gonna play a minion on the first turn, which is a huge sign for Beyond that this is not zoo. In the second turn, he's gonna tap, and when he
That's right.
taps, it's gonna be a clear sign that this is zoo. Against Mortal Coil even, so that's pretty good. So Token versus Su, who do you think is gonna have the upper hand here? Ooze into Power of the Wall. Do you want to do that?
I want to ooze into Power of the Wild. Okay, Savage Roar. That was a crucial draw. Bjorn can pretty much.
Oh, don't click
flood
the
his
wrong
board.
Panther, please. We've seen Kriya did that before in EHL. That was absolutely
gosh.
disgusting. He clicked on the wrong one, he summoned the 2-3, and that just lost him the game. Lost him the entire championship.
Remember when I don't know if they changed it, but early on in the beta, Ancient of War also had it flipped. Like the taunt
Oh,
was
yeah,
on the
yeah.
left side, and then people kept getting the 10-5. So that was really want to not rush yourself and think about what you're clicking, especially.
Okay,
Yeah,
he's
so
got
Bjorn-
14 damage at any point in time.
Okay. So Bjorn, okay, that's a great try. I really like Harvest Golem because if he puts that down, it's going to be hard for PoPo to remove. He's going to have to spend a card or a few cards. And he just needs to get PoPo in the correct range and then blast with the Savage Roar.
I wouldn't have cared about it. I would have just. I mean the Othering Fusser. I would have just gone directly all to the dome with the Harvest Golem, because next turn I will coin Lower Thap. Then there is nothing PoPo can do, and Savage
right.
Roar, and game is over.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Yes, you lose one minion, but you have the 2-3 that's gonna replace that, so no problem whatsoever. You have 6 damage on the board, and plus 5 from Lower Thap, that's 11, plus 10 from Savage Roar, so that's 21. Depending on what he draws the next 2 turn, you could top deck a swipe. There's always the chance there, but of course Beyond is playing it very safe, which is okay. But when stuff like this happen, like a taunt on the 4-5, it's pretty devastating.
It is. So he could have gotten. Well, it's actually it's good and bad. If he dropped PoPo down to if he ignored the Farseer earlier and put his damage in, that could have put PoPo out of range of Molten Giant. Yeah, I mean, playing around Molten Giant is also pretty viable. Just controlling the board.
That's gonna clear everything.
But unfortunately, yeah, this is gonna hurt.
Yeah, okay. Running, your hero power into an Ancient Watcher that's completely not what you want to do. But that's also pretty good because on PoPo's side, you know, we've been talking about Beyond, but PoPo's side, there's Sludge Belcher, there's Twilight Drake, there's still quite some synergy here. As long as there is no misplay, you know, PoPo can still hold the front for the next 2 to 3 turns at least.
Yeah. So as long as PoPo can manage all of the tokens coming out from
Oh
the side
my god,
of
we
BR.
have the second set of results, and Super Magpie is also out. So both of
Ooh.
my personal favorite in the top bracket are out. We'll have a complete stranger from Singapore. One of that, it's either Valsaf or Heel Hazelnut. One of these two will represent Singapore's colors, along with Shiny Pants, of course, and whoever wins this lower bracket.
Yeah. So PoPo gonna go with some defense. Sludge Belcher, our favorite card from Naxxramas. We're in agreement. It's an awesome card.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because so I was saying earlier, as long as PoPo can manage the tokens off of Bjorn and then start putting down threats, Druid not the best equipped to deal with large minions with large health pools, and busting through defense is also particularly hard since it only has 2 silences at Keeper of the Grove, unless you use Force of Nature as a pretty much like a battering ram. Yeah, Bjorn. I think Bjorn's play should be pretty safe. Harvest Golem is pretty good. Lotheb is going to stop PoPo from casting any removal spells. But I think Twilight Drake is going to come down. I think now's the time. So what do you think about the hand of PoPo at the moment?
The hand of PoPo looks pretty good. Double Twilight Drake, you know. Lower Thap does come down. That's going to deny the Soulfire as well as the Mortal Coil, but it's not really what PoPo wants to play. So this time around, Lower Thap not as effective as in the previous game, or in the first game.
Yep.
And Spectral Knight's going to be the draw here for Beyond. Beyond definitely needs to try and catch up in terms of card draw. So close. Spectral Knight comes down, and it's the 4-7, a 1-2 for PoPo, just defending there. Argent Squire again. And Siphon Soul top deck.
Pretty good. So you can take on Lotheb and...
I would actually Mortal Coil Lower Thap with the 1-2. And
But then
but
Siphon
it's not
Soul
optimal,
is...
yeah.
Yeah. It would be... You can't cast it on the Spectral anyway. You can cast it on the Ancient of Lore.
Ooh, Beyond cancel the challenge. I think he just crashed.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, is he gonna give a free game to PoPo? There is no way PoPo is gonna say no to this. We have to be realistic. Yes, I think he's gone.
Yep, we lost him on Team Viewer also.
Yeah, we lost him completely. I think he just crashed. If we see him go out on TeamSpeak as well, and it would be crazy. He needs to get back in the game first.
Yep.
Before giving us, you know, the ID again. But even then, I think he might have disconnected.
Yeah, we also lost him in the stream, so and we
Oh.
lost him in TeamSpeak.
Yeah, I think someone pulled the plug or something, but Beyond is definitely not in a good shape. And Beyond with the rope coming out, this is just looking like it's a massacre for PoPo. It's pretty easy for him to win this. How can you... Oh, his opponent left, in fact. Too late, your turn is over. Okay. Okay,
So are
there
we
we
gonna-
go. No reconnection. PoPo's gonna get this. Disconnection rules do apply. And PoPo will have the luxury to decide with a 100 viewer stream if he wants to rematch with Beyond. I'll ask him that meanwhile. So Beyond has disconnected, and effectively the disconnection rule will apply. PoPo, you can decide if you want a rematch with Beyond or you want to take that game. And if you decide to take that game, it will be a 2-1. If you decide to rematch with Beyond, it will be 2-0. You have about 2 minutes to decide. The viewers on stream will be judging you. Not just kidding. Come on, competition. Who really cares, right? As long as you win. I'm just being honest, right? I mean, if put anyone in PoPo's position, we've seen some great sportsmanship. We've seen some really spectacular sportsmanship, even when money's on the line. All right, it happens, but it's only realistic that people decide what's best, or rather, what's in their best interest. And PoPo
Yep.
goes for a rematch. So again, huge props to PoPo for that.
Yeah, takes a lot of guts. That's pure sportsmanship right there.
Beyond, PoPo has decided to give you one chance to rematch. The same may not happen again if you DC. So please don't disconnect. All the best. Give us the ID and we can set up the game once again.
Okay, so we're just gonna wait for the players to start up back again. Let me just try connecting to Bj0rN again. He's gonna need a new ID.
Yeah, definitely. We will have that. There we go. And I will also try and go back. And I'm really glad that I changed sides though.
Yeah.
If I didn't change side, I would have been gone as well. He would have dragged me into the twisting nether with himself, and that would have been completely ridiculous. But alright, so 2-0, the score will not change. And PoPo, maybe Karma will help him out against Bj0rN, and a reverse all kill is still gonna be possible. But yeah, huge sportsmanship. I mean, you put anyone in his position, he's down by one game. Sorry, down by 2 games. You know, so close.
Take your win.
Getting
Take your win.
People are known to be pushy at the right time, and I'm just really amazed that PoPo is just such a great guy, opting for the rematch. Of course, he's not obliged to do that.
Yeah. Much props to him, definitely. So this next game should be quite exciting because PoPo wants to show that, you know, he could have taken it anyway.
Of course. And do note that the overlay on the screen is a little bit different. It's supposed to be a BO5 and not a BO3. So that's something that you guys should take note of.
Okay, they are starting now. And Bj0rN is going to stick with his Druid, and PoPo is going to stick with his, I believe it was Hunter? Oh, sorry, his Handlock.
Yeah, the handlock.
Yeah. So PoPo, this basically his tournament life on the line, offering to extend his hand of sportsmanship to Bj0rN. And if PoPo loses this, then he's out of the tournament.
So Bj0rN's still very laggy, by the way. Still very laggy. I think that someone in his home, he's getting DDoSed right now. Holy cow.
That's right. So opening hand for Bj0rN, not too good. I mean, it's an ooze, but no follow-up, no Power of the Wild. So he's just gonna play it raw. Okay. How is PoPo's hand looking?
PoPo's hand better than the first game. This time around with one Mountain Giant, which is fantastic. And again, Bj0rN with the same ooze and also tapping into the Molten Giant, which is fantastic. So here we can expect some pretty early Mountain Giant from PoPo. And we all know Token Druid may not have, you know, the necessary stuff to deal with a big threat. It's inherently Druid that have issues dealing with big stuff.
Yep, exactly. And Bj0rN really not drawing into many mid-range options. He has a couple of spells that he can't use. He's still a fair bit away from innovating into Ancient of Lore. So that's a bit tough for him right now. So PoPo will be able to play a Mountain Giant very soon. And hopefully start controlling the board. Oh man, so Bj0rN, not really very many options. He's probably just gonna hero power next turn and then take what damage he can. But Twilight Drake coming down now for PoPo. That's gonna be that's definitely gonna 2-for-1 unless Keeper of the Grove comes out, which it doesn't. So he's probably gonna spend all of his minions attacking face for PoPo, which looks like that's the case. He's gonna save his wrath for later.
Yep. So I'm communicating with the other players that apparently they are just a little confused about the structure and how we are going to run this, because there's 2C, you see. This is why it's so frustrating. But again, back to this game. All the echoing ooze out already on the field. Wow.
Yep. There's a lot of echoes, and there are 4 of them now, so but not enough to take out a 4/8, and Bj0rN is looking for answers. He wants that Keeper of the Grove. And now Taunt's going down for PoPo. Wow. Dominant board control by PoPo. And even if Bjorn, I think his best bet is to just innervate into Ancient of Lore, or do you want him to Savage Roar now? Is that gonna do it?
Savage Roar now, that's not gonna help him. The thing here is that he has double Savage Roar if you use everything. The taunt is really the problem here, and if he goes through this taunt, he still needs to worry about the giants. So Savage Roar really is like safe to be the finisher. He can use one Savage Roar, but even then, it's not really gonna get him far. He cannot kill off both taunts, so that's the problem.
Yep, exactly right. Although it looks like he is considering it.
Yeah, for sure. I would, in fact, even Wrath the Oh, don't you wish they have Earthshock and Druid? But yeah,
Yeah. I was thinking exactly that. If you only had an Earthshock, that Twilight Drake would have been long gone.
1 mana zaps gone. Easy counter.
Best counter.
Oh,
in
the
the
rope,
game.
the rope. He may not have the time to execute his maneuver. He's gonna go all in here. In fact, gonna use his hero power as well. He's gonna trade everything. He's gonna remove all his worries. Also gonna raft it. And will deal damage with the Echoing Ooze. So he still gets some damage done. Not bad at all.
Yep, I think that was his best possible play. He had to use one of those Savage Roars. Leaving those 2 taunters out is a pretty bad idea. That's a lot of damage on the board. So, well, it was 6 damage, but you know, still.
Oh man. Here's where I think Beyond, it's kind of fated that I think he'd lose here. Somehow. It just feels like the synergy in his hand is not as good as in the previous game.
Yeah,
and for
like,
PoPo, sorry?
yeah, like I was saying earlier, he's not drawing into his mid-range stuff. His tokens, his Violet Teacher, missing in action, all 404. He only got oozes in the past 6 turns for his mid-range option, so pretty sucky. Very, very sucky. He must be quite frustrated with this RNG right now.
Must be. You have to be kidding me. There is no way I will not be frustrated if I'm in his position. You are looking at, you know, from a very good game to becoming in this position here. 5-5, so what? And this is a hand lock. You know, they do so well in the late game. They just need to make sure that they have a taunt up. They just need to make sure that giants keep coming out. And Sunfury Protector don't go out for no apparent reason. Give the giant the taunt that they need. And the only saving grace for Beyond is the Black Knight. If he runs a good Black Knight, if he plays it at the right time, he should still have a shot at this game.
Yep, exactly. And like you said, all Handlock needs to do is put down a threatening taunt, and Sludge Belcher is our favorite taunter right now, and then Mountain Giant, first of the 4 big threats coming on the board right now. And wow, Bjorn still has nothing to deal with this. How is he gonna get past before reinforcements arrive for PoPo? He's gonna be taking a fair bit of damage and trading a lot.
Yep.
So Sludge Belcher, quite frustrating, as we've been talking about. The second Slime Taunter just, you know, works wonders. It counters the Black Knight tech card. You really want to spend 2 for 1, even as a 3/5. So still a lot of value. So here comes the Ooze now. Ancient of Lore dealing with the Sludge Belcher itself. Spectral Knight gonna come down. Does PoPo have any Hellfires or Shadow Flames in hand?
No. He doesn't have any of those. He has got Silence, but that's about it. But Heal as well. Nothing that could really consolidate his position. But interesting to see PoPo actually runs Ragnaros.
Yeah. Not a very common card,
Yo, and
but
Panther
always fun to see. Okay, he's gonna drop a 3/2 Panther, choosing not to buff up his minions. Maybe he just wants to go for a final push now with he can innervate into the combo next turn. I think he's banking on that. He wants PoPo to overcommit and just go for his face, possibly, and then get his combo in the end. What do you think?
I think it's okay. Here he definitely should trade. And the thing here is that he's got another Mountain Giant that he could play for 6, and that would be my play. I think that this is where you really let the fact that you are ahead sink in for Beyond, that you have got so much more plays they could do. Healing this Mountain Giant here would mean that his other Mountain Giant's gonna have to go for 6 at next turn. And either way, don't really have to heal that. There's still the chance of a swipe coming in. I acknowledge
So it's
that.
nice. It's good that PoPo identified the fact that Panther coming down instead of buffing his minions means that Bjorn probably was setting up for a big.
Oh, he didn't attack with his
big
ooze
combo.
there. He didn't even attack with his ooze to the face.
Maybe some nerves. So Bjorn now 14 damage in play. He does have the ability to intervene into the combo, but it's not going to be enough. Oh no, is it enough? 14. So 12 minus the hero, which is going to take out the slime. 13, 14, 15, 16. It's going to be
mana for hero power.
It's too off. It's yeah, you're right.
He doesn't have enough for hero power, so
No, if he does innervate into Force of Nature into Savage Roar, he's gonna get 2 on his hero, which he can use to take out the slime,
okay.
and he's gonna get 12 left on the board plus 5, so 17. He's off by 2.
Yeah, he's still off by 2.
He's off by 2.
Which is very, very sad here because he's just gonna get decimated next turn. Here's what I think. I think he should just steal, that, and play one more token. Yes, there we go. You can even play your Shadow Sun Cleric. Go all out, why not? You can even hero power. Hero power here would be pretty good. Yes, buff up the... You have to buff that up. And deal damage. This is just a distraction. The thing here is, does PoPo detect this as a distraction? And if PoPo has a way to win this turn. So PoPo has got 16 damage plus 6 from Leroy Jenkins. Apparently it's game.
Gamble for Bjorn didn't work out twice, so he was setting it up with that first putting down of the Panther. PoPo correctly identified that Bjorn was setting up for something, and Bjorn trying to position himself now to do it again. Unfortunately, Leroy in hand for PoPo, playing the sound. Most Hearthstoners hate to hear. For a total of, that's 22 damage. Ouch.
Yeah, a lot of damage in fact.
lot
That
of
is
damage.
that is all because the Giants were there for PoPo, so good draw there. And Handlock again is very reliant on draws, which is why some of the pro players just don't like that. You know, it is not always the most effective deck, it's not always the best deck to a certain extent. And that is what I would say that it's just what it is, and you gamble with luck and chance. Sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. And that's about it.
Somebody told me before that there's always a correct play with Handlock, and the thing that's gonna make you lose is if you don't draw into the right cards. But the way that the deck is constructed, there's always a correct play with your hand.
Yeah.
How do you?
There is a very strong following, there's a strong format of play. So apparently Beyond Hearthstone is not responding.
Yeah. So they're gonna have okay. So that's not a disconnect. PoPo takes that win anyway due to his. You know, if PoPo didn't extend that sportsmanship hand of friendship, he would have been tied 2-2 with that one.
Yeah. But again, he will not be playing against Druid, so we don't know what's gonna happen, right?
That's right.
So once again, guys, the semifinals will not be concurrent, and we will have one semifinals first, and we'll have the second semifinals. There will not be any finals because it doesn't matter. We have 2 seats, one for each of these players here, and hopefully we're gonna work quite well. And Beyond is just gonna reset up. He's just gonna take his time. He knows that, you know, he is so close to getting eliminated. If he loses one more game, it's just going down to the ace match. And this is the ever versatile Warlock that we're talking about.
Yep. So it looks like we lost Bjorn again.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah. So he's just gonna reset his machine, it looks like. Yep, so PoPo is 2 games away from taking it. Bjorn's gonna be on match point still.
Yep. And man, it's been a really good day. Huge upset in the quarterfinals with Calling Dash and with Super Magpie. I thought that, you know, these guys are ranked slightly higher than the opponent. You know, you have Val, Seth at rank 8th. You have Heel Hazelnut at rank 7. And I don't even know who Heel Hazelnut is. This guy just popped out of nowhere and started rocking everyone's socks off.
Yeah, so it's a little disappointing for those for culling draw,
Dash.
especially culling dash. Sorry, culling dash. Having to play undefeated in the entire Swiss rounds and then losing in a single elimination.
Oh man.
Man.
But it happens, right?
It happens. I mean, anything can happen in a tournament.
And to be very honest, we're just preparing them for the real tournament because, you know, you play as much as possible, but if you don't get to win, you don't progress.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
I think that along the way, it's gonna still be a single elimination bracket, so it will still happen. If you lose here, might as well just accept the fact that the journey is not gonna be long, rather than you go there and you try out and you just don't work out, and that's even a further journey all for nothing, right?
Yep.
So I feel that it's just keeping things real, keeping the fact that, you know, you are just one player out of 130 that's gonna have a chance at BlizzCon. So yeah, I feel that it's pretty legit the way this qualifiers run. Of course, the Swiss is there to just show everyone who's good and put them in good seats. I think for most of the qualifier, it's clear to say that the first seed never really won the thing. Did anyone from the first seed win anything? Loveless from Thailand? Nope, he didn't get anything.
Yeah, you're right.
From Philippines, I think it was... Who was that from Philippines? Was it Chalk? No, it's not Chalk. Someone else. Let me go there.
Yeah, I think Chalk went undefeated completely.
Oh, but so he won the whole thing, and he won the Swiss as well.
Yes.
So they're saying, yeah. I think he did. So he's one of two guys who did that. He's the only guy, sorry, who did that. And for the Malaysian one, I'm pretty sure that the top ranking guy just didn't have that.
Yeah. So we're just waiting for Bjorn to set up again. Okay.
Beyond, I think we need your ID again. Yeah. Okay, there we go. So many disconnections here. Man, Singapore's internet is put into question right now. We were saying that it's the best connection so far in the region.
You are on blast.
Oh, man.
So we're gonna be playing the fifth game now between PoPo and fourth game between PoPo and Bjorn.
Well, I would like to look at the chat. Meanwhile, there's a lot of people saying that it's suicide, and there's Leroy Fatal, etc. And I don't know, people. In fact, even Sulfur and Kiro that was playing each other, they're also chatting here in the stream. Oh, Kiro won against Sulfur.
Ooh.
It seems like that is that official? I don't know. But this is big. If Beyond versus Kiro, man, those two go way back. Lots of bad blood involved. It seems like it's gonna be possible, but will PoPo end a dream there for everyone from the old guards community? Oh my god, I just leveled up myself to the old guards community. So the people who have been playing since beta, all that's left here, or the people who I know have been playing since beta, is Beyond and Kiro and Sulfur. Sulfur's out, so Kiro and Beyond. Culling Dash and Superman Pie started in June, the competitive journey. I know them from there. And for this group of newcomers, PoPo, Heel Hazelnut, and Val, I have no idea who they are. So here we go. Fourth game. Beyond on the top half of this board as the Hunter, and his card is all the way at the left hand side. On the right hand side, we have the Warlock being played by PoPo. This again does not look like a handlock.
Yep. So it might be a zoo.
It is a zoo. Knife Jack is a zoo. Come on.
So Bjorn. So it's very crucial now that Bjorn get his Unleashed Hounds. So that's gonna spell the difference in every pretty much Hunter versus Zoo matchup. You want your Unleashed Hounds. You want maybe your Explosive Trap if he has it. Not sure if this is the version that runs it.
Owl Silence. Yeah, I like that. Solves half the problem here.
Yep.
And Dagger also completely cooperating.
Awesome.
Awesome, Knife Chuck. Okay, for Beyond, what kind of cards do you think you should play next?
Animal Companion.
Okay.
Definitely.
And Huffer? There we go. That's good. I say it like it's no big deal, you know.
like we knew it was
30%
coming.
chance. Yeah, it's coming. Yeah, probably the 2-1's gonna run to 4-2 here, and he's gonna play. He's gonna consolidate the board. But before that, he might consider playing Dire Doggy and Argent Squire for a 50% chance to knock on to the Huffer, so he saves up the Owl. But I don't like that play because it's too much risk. 50%. Yeah, you get it. So yeah, it's fantastic. If you don't get it, that's just bad news. Does he get it? The first one goes to face, and I think it's a clear sign that he should directly... nope, I will not play Argent Square here. I'll just run the 3-1 into Huffer.
Yep, exactly. Totally agree. Just drop the Hunter as low as possible, not give him very many... And actually, you know, reducing his minions works for him, just in case we make it to turn 5. And
Oh, he's gonna Soul Fire. Wow, he's gonna discard Doomguard. Oh my god! He just threw this game away.
what?
That was absolutely unnecessary. That was completely unnecessary. Oh my
Why
god.
would you? Why would you? You're unleash the hounds away from getting wrecked.
Flare into Unleash the Hound. No, Houndmaster. Okay, that's still good. Web Spinner, and maybe because PoPo just wants to have the early game lead here, he has 10 damage on the board, 2 turns, and Beyond's gone. Top deck Soulfire. Top deck Soulfire. This can still happen. This can still happen. This might just go down to the ace match. Abusive Sergeant. That would be a total of 6 plus 4, 10 plus 2, 12 damage in 1 turn plus Soulfire. That would be 16 damage in 1 turn. Beyond's gonna drop all the way down to 4. Man, you don't tap. This is why you don't tap. I wouldn't have tapped, but man, you don't have enough mana exactly where you're looking at, bro. Just go all to the dome. Just go all to the face. Go all in right now. It's okay. You've made that play already. Just make it worth its while. Go all the way in. You're not gonna kill the web spinner.
And pray. Pray he doesn't draw Unleash the Hounds. Just pray.
You do not need 2 Knife Jack. You do not need 2 Knife Jack. He has got 1 out, and that's UTH. That's about it. If he doesn't have UTH, it is over. In just 4 turns, he gets Hunter's Mark. That's not gonna do jack here. There's however Hellmaster for Beyond.
Well, he's gonna get through that, and then I think he has enough. Because that's just gonna put the Spider to 3/3. He has enough, I believe.
Yeah, it's gonna run to the doggy there. That is the bulk of this problem here today. That is 6 damage. That's gonna be enough. I think that's more than enough. Definitely, there's no way you can screw this up. So down to the ace match. Oh my god, Karma. This is why you always give rematch. Because when you give rematch, RN Jesus loves you.
So Karma doing pretty well for PoPo. His act of sportsmanship has now paid dividends, and we are going to the ace match. As Babel has said, we are going into the 5th game ace match. It's gonna be Bjorn's last deck, which is Warrior versus PoPo's Hunter at the moment.
Oh man, it's crazy. It is insane. So we have the lock up against a Warrior. And this information is made available to both players right from the start. In the brackets, I've put all the classes there so they know what's going to be up next. And really, we are in for a really crazy match. Whatever happened before this point in time doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all.
That's right.
This is going to be the ace match. And my stomach is just telling me I'm so hungry. I need food.
We have been going straight for the past maybe 8 hours. Yeah. Wow. Look at that hand from Bjorn.
Wow. Beyond with Brawl, Shield Slam, and Fiery War Axe, and PoPo is gonna mulligan here. Full hand discard. This is definitely not Zoo. Beyond's gonna read that. Twilight Drake, no giants, but this is okay. This is half bad. We got Ancient Watcher, we got Sunfree Protector. This is not good, but this is not bad. This is okay for PoPo. It's not like double Soulfire with double Molten Giant, that kind of thing. You know, that happens.
So how do you like Harrison? How do you like the handlock matchup versus Control Warrior?
How do I like handlock versus Control Warrior? Well, it's all up to the armor. It's all up to the early Armor Smith. It's all up to the fact that if you can't proc Death's Bite on a lot of minions with Armor Smith there, you're in a fantastic position.
How about Brawl when the taunts come down? I think that's gonna be
perfect as well. Perfect. So
yeah.
I think Control Warrior has got slight advantage against that of the handlock. I think that you have a lot of synergy there, and you can see PoPo is just tapping away with a lot of card advantage, but one Twilight Drake, that's about it. Second Twilight Drake in hand, yes. That's about it there. There is nothing special about his hand. And Beyond always has the easy brawl way out of it. Here, I think this is where you slam. And you get Spellbreaker, which is fantastic for the next Twilight Drake. But here you're just gonna have to armor up, and I know the armor is gonna get reduced all the way down to just measly 2. But that's good. It's still extra. We're talking about early game armor that's really just free and spare and all. So Siphon Soul, not really gonna help PoPo much in the early game. The second Drake's gonna come out, he's gonna think he's got an awesome position, but the truth is it doesn't really have that.
Yep, so lots of answers in the hand of Bjorn. Oh, Sylvanas with Brawl. Oh, but he doesn't have the coin, that's okay. He's gonna silence the second Drake, dropping it to 4-1. I think that's the best play. Or does he want to put down Sludge Belcher first?
Nah, I like this, I like this. There is no way the Headlock's gonna rush a warrior. There is no way at all he's gonna run all 8 damage to the face here. Beyond's gonna be okay. It's just that the Spellbreaker's gonna die, and effectively it's gonna drop the other Twilight Drake to 4-2, which means that anything like a Hellfire would be over, and even the Death's Bite is gonna be enough to take care of one Drake there. So I think it's okay. Well, okay, he's gonna protect the health on the 4-6, which is important here. He's also gonna heal that up, so he knows Beyond don't really have a real way to deal with 4-8, and you don't want to execute a Drake because you want to save execution for, execute for the big, giants and stuff. But by the way, PoPo's giants are 4-4 right now.
That's right. So that's gonna be crucial. RNG might be drying up for him. If he doesn't get any giants soon, Bjorn can start walking all over him. Sylvanas could come, Deathspite could come. Even Harrison Jones can do some damage.
He's got the Defender Argus top deck, which means that the Drake can kill the Slug Belcher with the silence. Belcher there is not going to do Beyond anything at all. Beyond might just lose this game here. The board is heavily tilting in favor for PoPo.
Yep, yeah, and that's without giants as well. So
that's because I moved him to the bottom board, right?
But then bottom board has been unlucky. So he has proven us wrong. He
has Brawl here. Okay, he's
gosh.
gonna Brawl without the giant. So what's gonna stay? I'm hoping that the Owl stays, but the Owl's not gonna stay. It's gonna be DOA. That's fine. Defender Argus is not the worst case scenario. The X is gonna take care of that. And PoPo, 26 against Beyond's 22. Double Siphon Soul, no Mountain Giant. Here, I think he is just gonna tap. Hopefully, he gets one. Nope, he gets Multiple Coil, and we'll play his own Sludge Belcher. Favorite card from next Ramas.
Definitely, definitely. So PoPo still has a bit of defense, buying him some time to wait for his giants. Grommash gonna come down now for Bjorn.
Yeah, that's crazy. Alright, so for Beyond, there is the Grommash option. I don't like that. Here, I would actually play Sylvanas. I think playing Sylvanas is fine. There is no way he's going to Siphon Soul the Sylvanas as well. The Sludge Belcher is still alive, right? So you can play the 5-5, no problem. You play Lower Tap as well, that's pretty good. I think that if I played Sylvanas and I played Lower Tap the next turn, it would be a lot more effective. But, well, let's just lock out all the spells. Sunfury Protector, not going to do jack here. I think PoPo's best play is just to tap into a giant. No, it's still an Owl. The giants are really on vacation.
Yeah.
They're taking the last train home.
Just don't want to show up for Gul'dan. Not in their plans for this Saturday night. Thank you, by the way, for everybody who's joining us this Saturday night. We appreciate everybody who's joining us in the chat, everybody who's watching the tournament. And thank you for coming out and spending your Saturday with us. It's been fun.
Yeah, it's crazy. So, alright. 5-5 here can knock on the 3-5. Sylvanas can come up pretty easily. There's also the Death's Bite combo with the Armorsmith in hand already. Man, I really don't like Harrison Jones in this deck.
He's expecting Hunters and Rogues. I mean, it's a decent tech card. 5-4 for 5 is, I guess, not completely bad.
Oh, man. It's gonna kill that off.
And Death's Bite gonna come down?
He's afraid of Ooze, probably. I don't know. There's always, always gonna be slot for the Warlock to run attack card like Ooze. It's not really scary. I would want him to play Harrison now. It's a dead card. You're gonna have to play it now, or you're never really gonna have a chance to put that 5-4 on the field. The 6-6 effectively, you don't want to play until Giants come out, and you know that you can taunt it up or something like that. I think it's good. He also has execute, so he can always execute his own. Wait, you can't execute your own Sylvanas, right?
Yep.
I think Arthos proved that point there. So, not gonna fall into the same pitfall as he did.
So does PoPo have any activators left? Does he have DOA or Sun Fury left? Or what's PoPo's play at the moment? Okay, he's gonna silence the Ancient Watcher. Gonna take out the Armor Smith. Doesn't want any business with that armor. Ballooning to put Bjorn from in an unreachable state. He's just gonna run his Farseer to the Lotheb. And he has some decent board presence. The 4/4 can take out Harrison Jones next turn. Sludge Belcher coming down. More defense for PoPo. Very annoying.
Oh, Soulfire.
Oh gosh, very nice.
Yeah.
I like that series of plays.
Finally, my favorite friend, Molten Giant for PoPo.
And he's 3 mana away from casting it though.
No. I think he. Is...
Oh no, sorry. He's it's gonna cost 7. Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna cost 7. That's right. So, we are gonna expect something like a Sludge Belcher from Beyond. I think he's considering whether he should run that. Death's Bite, unfortunately, is not really gonna be helpful here. By the way, the Ancient Watcher is weaponized.
That's right. So nice board on the side of PoPo. It's a little tricky. I'm not even sure what I would play. Because Brawl is just gonna...
Brawl is over. He used Brawl up already for Beyond.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, that's Execute.
I'm not sure if, you run 2 Brawl in a Warrior deck like that.
Not generally. He
doesn't
can
have
execute the 4/4.
Ooh, yeah, he can. Here, I think do you want to steal something today? With the Windrunner, I think, yeah, you do. And you Shield Slam the 4/4. Yeah, you're gonna kill that. Yeah, that's good. Shield Slam and Execute. I would really like it if you run the Shield Slam instead. He's gonna run Execute. Okay. Because you are never always guaranteed armor. He's gonna Shield Slam the 3/5 as well. Wow. Is he really gonna give PoPo an empty board? Because he's just gonna Siphon Soul. He's gonna Faceless and Siphon Soul. Okay, he cannot Faceless and Siphon Soul because he doesn't have the mana for that. But he's gonna Faceless, and whatever he steals, he's gonna steal it back. So what's the point? You just prevent him from playing things that are too strong. And because he Shield Slammed the 3/5, he doesn't have a way to deal with his own Sylvanas if it is stolen or something like that.
Tricky. I'm not sure what I would play myself.
He's definitely not going to play the Giant. Definitely not going to play Ragnaros.
Yeah.
Siphon Soul first, but even then, you're going to give 1 minion away. You can kill it off after that. So yeah, Siphon Soul first. Run both in and Siphon Soul, that's also fine. Doesn't matter. Still the same play. Oh wow, he's gonna lift that at 5/3. Hellfire. Okay, that's gonna wipe everything. And he's gonna have 4 mana left. I don't think he's gonna play the Sentry Protector. It should be the end of the turn there. But Beyond is slowly running out of steam.
Yeah. Seems quite, I don't know. I'm not Death Spite?
Oh man, but he doesn't have the Armor Smith combo with Death Spite anymore. And this is a pretty unconventional deck, I think, for Control Warrior.
Well, depends. I think it's the standard one.
Then where are all the big minions, man? They're all far behind.
Yeah. So I think wouldn't Bjorn have lethal next turn since he can Death Bite Grommash.
Ragnaros. And the Sentry Protector. Wow, this is pretty big. Uh-oh.
Sludge Belcher. Okay.
This is why you keep the Execute.
Right.
But Unstable Gudo. Whew. There's no way Beyond will run into the 8/8. That
Yeah,
is
that's
just crazy.
Too much damage. Does he have a choice though? Is the question.
Oh, wow. Gromash, if he plays it, it's just gonna get copied next turn by PoPo. Or he might just even just have start the Rack Roulette. And Beyond might just lose the series. He's so close. He is so close. So close. 14 health is all that is standing in the way for Beyond to go through.
That was such a crucial Sun Fury on Ragnaros. That was so crucial. I think that's the turnaround. I don't think Bjorn has enough.
Oh man, whatever he plays can get Siphon Soul. 14 health. It looks like it's 14 health. But can Bjorn really do it here? Man.
Oh no, Rope's coming. What's he gonna do?
Oh god. Oh, Unstable Ghoul. He's gonna armor up. Is he gonna change his weapon? He's not gonna change his weapon. He's just gonna pass.
Oh dear.
At the mercy of the Granddad Rag.
Just waiting for him to see where he flicks his cigarette and deal 8 damage. Oh man. And we haven't even seen all the threats from PoPo yet. More giants are still on the way.
I want to see a faceless Ragnaros. I really want to see a Ragnaros. Double Ragnaros. Start the Rack Roulette. You know you're so far ahead. There's no need for you to worry about it. If both goes to face, wow, wham bam. Thank you, ma'am. 16 damage.
Yeah, no need to overcommit. I totally agree. Ragnaros can just do his thing. So 1 damage doesn't even hurt.
Holy cow, he needs execute for Beyond. Beyond needs execute, but if there's 2 Ragnaros, I think he's done. I think he is really done. And look at the faceless. He's just gonna copy.
No,
perfect.
No. Double rag.
Do they all go to the face? That's the question. Oh, he can't even Leroy here. 24. 16 plus 6 is 24. No, 22. Failed my math. Oh, man. He's just gonna enter. Alright, so Rack Roulette, here we go. The first one goes to the face. The second one. How would the second Ragnaros cooperate? Goes to the ooze, of course. Oh, man.
And
AOP finally coming out a little bit too slow here. And he's just gonna run his Death Bite in. Just so that he could proc the AOP. He's gonna draw 1 card. He gets the Cruel Taskmaster. He's just also gonna play Cruel Taskmaster on his own AOP. Gets 1 more card. He needs the Execute. He needs the execute, but he gets a Death Bite.
Oh, Death Bite.
It's gonna call it well played. Is there any way out at all here for Beyond? He's just gonna armor up, pray to RNGesus, don't let both Rag hit my face. But what he doesn't know is that there is Leroy Jenkins in the hand. PoPo, reverse all kill, ladies and gentlemen, and a top deck power overwhelming, just enough for lethal. Beyond is completely erased here.
Wow, the sportsmanship from PoPo.
Why is he looking at Siphon Soul? Why is okay? There's still so many ways for him to win this game. He can Siphon Soul a minion and turn and still win, right? No, he cannot. You need to Siphon Soul both minions, but he can't do that. You have to see
Soul and Leroy.
Just Leroy and power overwhelming and end the game.
Just do it.
Just do it. Let's go. 10 damage directly to the face. Leroy Jenkins and Beyond Coswell play. He knows this out. PoPo advance to face Kuro.
Wow. What an upset in this top 8 bracket. All of our favorites, all of our old guard, as he said, have been removed.
Kuro is all that's left.
Kuro is all that is left. The gods have fallen.
Kuro is not the guy that I would put money on for semi-finals. But apparently, he is the only one that made it through to that stage. And we're gonna have to give PoPo the absolute recognition here.
Absolutely. Totally agree. Well played by PoPo. And we were just talking about how Handlock has fallen out of popularity, blah, blah, blah. And then Handlock just...
Reverse all kill.
Reverse all kill. Awesome. Really great stuff. Oh, man. But props to Bjorn. He's played exceptionally well. I mean, in the normal brackets, he went... let me just check his standing.
5-1.
5-1. So played exceptionally well also. Props to him. Props to Culling Dash. Unfortunately, in the top 8, upsets galore.
Yep, I'm actually gonna set up the next game already, so no worries whatsoever.